भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वासुदेवाय। भगवते वासुदेवाय। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्वी नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शांति शांति शांति। Good evening. Today we have Dr. Vivek Modi ji in our midst. So he is a faculty at Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence and also associated with many service organizations, including Samskruti Foundation, which conducted the program yesterday. So I think sir, you know that a nation building campaign is going on through that foundation. Actually, he is in charge of that nation building campaign. So I requested sir, as he is here, to speak a few words to you on personality development. Over to Dr. Vivek Modi ji.
Namaste. My pranams to the Holy Trio. My pranams to Swami Shitikantananda ji, Brahmachari Maharaj, and all of you. I feel truly privileged to get this opportunity to have a word with all of you. When we say we have to develop personality, usually we think of different dimensions of personality. Different people present it differently. One way of putting it, a heart which feels, a mind which can think, and we use our hands to do something positive. There are many different methods. One particular classification which I like is 6 dimensions in which we need to grow. And to understand them in a very simple way, when we are born, what do we come with in this world with? We come with a body, with a human body. Yes? So that gives us a physical dimension. We have a physical body. That is one dimension. There is a difference between a dead body and an alive body. There is a difference or not? Yes? Something in this body, we don't know what it is, which makes it live. Once somebody is dead, as a doctor, we may have today understanding of how a heart functions, we may replace heart, we may replace kidney, we may replace everything in today's world. But we cannot make a dead person alive. There was something in him which is missing. For simplicity's sake, although spiritual dimension is not like that, but for simplicity's sake, just call it for now a spiritual dimension. That which is non-physical entity of us. Then the child starts expressing emotions. And before emotions, child starts collecting data. Our all senses are data collecting tools. Yes, no? Like in a computer, we give it through keyboard, through a microphone, through a camera. These are inputs. Like that, our mind, our brain is taking inputs from what we touch, what we taste. So for a baby, that mother's touch, that milk taste, that first light which comes, all these are sensations which are creating an operating system inside. That we call mind. A software of brain in scientific way, not in a philosophical way. After that, emotions, love, joy, fear, all such emotions start coming. So emotional dimension happens. Then the child grows little more, he starts asking question. Now he is analyzing the data. Whatever data is collected, he is analyzing. So we become rebel. We ask so many questions. A young kid, 5-6-year-old kid would ask so many questions. Where did I come from? Why is it? Why sky is blue? Why, how stars are hanging? So many questions we have. Intellectual dimension comes because sense of inquiry comes. And then at the last stage, social dimension, we start making friends. Yes, we say man is a social animal. Remove social, man is an animal. Yes, so this 6 dimension we need to grow. Now all of us usually in this world work on the 5 dimensions. We want to stay healthy, physical dimension. We want to look our best, that's also physical dimension. We want to grow emotionally. Nowadays, emotional intelligence is being taught. I myself teach in many of the corporates. Then IQ, most of our education is IQ based. It's trying to push you in developing your IQ, right? So that is primarily intellectual dimension. And then your networking, socializing, not just online, but offline, real socializing. That is somewhere we can bracket as social dimension. But what about spiritual dimension? I would like to close with an incident. Just share an incident. There was a man called Dushyant Singh Rathod. In his 70s, he thought, I have lived my life well, I think. Let me do an analysis of my life. How did I live? Let me do an audit. So he goes to his childhood memories. And he remembers that when I was a young child, I had my favorite car, toy car. I loved that car so much. It could have been probably 30-40 rupee car, but it was my favorite car. Once my brother broke it, I became very angry. I told my parents, if you don't give me this car, I will not eat. One day I did not eat. Then my parents brought me the same toy and I was happy. Like that I grew. I went to school. I was a good student. I got admission into good college. There also I did well. Then I came out, got into a job. After 2 years, I left my job. I started my business. First business failed, second business failed, third business clicked. Then I got married. Like that, he thinks of his life. And then he comes to his present. He said, today I'm chairman of industries. I am donating a lot of money every year. I have name, fame, people come for my help. I help them. My children are well settled. I have a bungalow, car. So he thinks, I think I have lived a fairly good life because in material wealth I have grown so much. But then he remembers an incident. He says, just 3 days back, I have gone to buy take the delivery of my new car. And we were driving, the driver was driving, I was sitting behind. And as we were passing through that signal, we were taking a U-turn, one auto rickshaw driver came very rashly and he scratched my new car. There was a big dent and scratch. I became very angry. When you say very angry, there's an expression called livid. I became very livid. I became livid. So angry that I could not control my anger. When I came home, my blood pressure was high. It took me few hours to settle and come to this rest again. And that time I thought, have I really grown? What is the difference between a 3-year-old and a 73-year-old? A 3-year-old child cried when the car broke. It was a toy car. A 73-year-old also cried, maybe in a different way, when the car scratched. And then he realizes, in these last 70 years, I have only grown my toys. I have not grown. A 30 rupee car to maybe a 30 lakh or 3 crore rupee car. But where is my growth? And then he does his Google search. I must now develop spiritual dimension. And then in Google search, he finds a learned man, goes to the learned man, says, oh learned man, I want to learn about spirituality. I have realized I have wasted my life. I have learned very few things in my life. But the main dimension I have not grown, you have to help me. Learned man says, oh surely, I'll help you. Just tell me, who are you? So this man very proudly says, sir, my name is Dushyant Singh Rathod. Hoping that man would recognize him because he was a big name. Okay, that's your name. I'm not asking that. I'm asking, who are you? So this man replies, sir, I'm the chairman of Rathod Industries. Arey, that's your business identity. I'm not asking you. I'm asking, who are you? Then he says, sir, I'm a Hindu Rajput. Arey, that's your religious sectarian identity. I'm not asking that. Who are you? Sir, I'm a Hindi speaking man. That's your linguistic identity. I'm not asking that. Who are you? Then he finally says, oh sir, I got your point now. I'm a human being first. Arey Baba, that's your species. I'm not asking that. I'm asking, who are you? Then this fellow thinks again, says, I got your answer, sir. I'm an Indian first. I'm an Indian. Bharat Mata ki jai, I'm an Indian. Then he says, Arey Baba, that's your nationality. I'm not asking that. I'm asking, who are you? Dushyant Singh Rathod now starts wondering. He goes into thing and he says, Arey, first question only I'm not able to answer. He says, oh learned man, I'm not able to answer, who am I? The learned man replies, from here your journey to spirituality starts. First you have to drop all your labels. First you have to drop all that which you have collected. That's where you will be able to see the reality which is beyond physicality. So a dimension of personality which many people realize in their 70s, which we need to learn now. And that's your association with such places like Ramakrishna Math would gain from. Apart from your knowledge, apart from your knowledge of languages, career-related thing, please see that that dimension is nurtured on everyday basis by reading right kind of literature, right kind of book, by being in touch with people who will help us growing into that dimension. With that suggestion, with that appeal, I thank once again Swamiji to give me this opportunity. Thank you so much. Namaste.